These niggas feel what jealousy. I'm doing good, that's what they envy me. This girl is in my memory. Oh, for I get your felony.
What is up, you guys? Sage here. Thank you for tuning in. Let's touch on a little bit more of the stuff that I've said briefly. We're all patiently marching towards death. Patience is figuring out what to do in the meantime. And I believe finding something to do that would best serve you and allow you to positively impact the most people will have been a great life. And we've done good in the meantime. So yeah, the idea behind this is basically that the best thing we could do is be the best version of ourselves, not just for ourselves, but also for the people around us. And in so becoming, that's how you live a good life, in a nutshell. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in terms of, if you ask yourself the question that is, man, how can I define living your best life? Like, what is your best life? What could that possibly look like? And this is, I'm just presenting an option of what a best life could look like. Maturing as a young man in modern days has the difficulty of an unprecedented access to copious amounts of beautiful women and learning to tell a 10-10 to keep her clothes on because her energies and past don't align with yours. I have touched on this before. I've made a little bit of videos on this before, but I believe it's important enough to say again. I do believe it's one of those things. For me personally, this has been somewhat of a struggle of mine, and I think that's why I felt, okay, even if I've said it before, let me say it again. It has been a struggle of mine, truly. Not a big drinker. Not a big drinker at all. Not smoking, you know? But there's one vice. I'm just a man. I'm just human. And we all have that one thing. Hopefully it's one thing, jeez. But we all have something that we just can't seem to let go of, even though we know for a fact that it's not serving us. And especially now that I'm going deeper into this journey of, I'm trying to find the version of me that's going to be the best version. I believe that best version doesn't have vices. Regardless of how, quote, innocent or not innocent they may be or seem, how much of an effect they may or may not have on your ability to perform, I do believe that even if it's in ways that we cannot see, even if, say, it's on a spiritual level, on a mental level, or just within the context of the conflict with yourself, not being able to stick to the schedule because you are serving this vice, you are enslaved by this vice. I desire not to be slaved by anything, and not to be enslaved by my own mind first and foremost, and to control the mind. But in order to control it, we must understand it. So the first step to overcoming is accepting that, okay, I have what I deem to be a problem. Now, I'm not addicted to anything. However, I have what I deem to be a problem. In my life, doing this is not serving me at this moment in time. And it may, in fact, be deteriorating a part of me that I'm going to need in order to be able to be healthy in a relationship in future. I may be deteriorating a part of myself that I'm going to need later on. So it's not serving me now, and it's ruining me for later. And even within the context of now, it's taking away from what I'm trying to give to myself at present day, I don't believe that I'm the only young man, relatively, struggling with this. And it's very easy to, yeah, especially these days, bro. If you're a decent looking well spoken, decent physique, an intellectual, you have this charisma, this charm, all these things. It's very easy to get caught in the trap of chasing tail, to put it frankly. Very easy. And nothing that easy, nothing that easy does not come at a price. And when I say the price is your soul, I'm not even speaking in a religious context. I'm speaking about literally the essence of our life is what we spend our lives doing, is what we give our time to. So I believe that on the journey to becoming the best version of yourself, and the version of you that best serves yourself, your community, your loved ones, I believe that version of you doesn't have vices and isn't addicted to anything, and there's nothing holding them back from giving themselves fully to their purpose, to their journey, to their dream. And I believe that the person you end up with one day deserves that version of you. And even though it is not necessarily my belief that there is value in a man's purity in that physical sense, there is value in a man's integrity and the things you have to do and the person you have to become in order to get ahead in that rat race, quote. That person and the tendencies of that person may not be the type of person who has the types of traits that you would like to have in a loving, fruitful circumstance. So, say that to say, leave the hoes alone. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that briefly again. So I give you guys a little bit of an insight of why I feel that way, the kind of goings on in my own head as I say perhaps something like that. And also, yeah, just to touch on it, so that hopefully some younger man, younger than myself, Bruno Mars has this line in If I Knew. He said, I wish we were 17 so I could give you all the innocence that you give to me, because I wouldn't have done all the things that I've done if I knew that one day you'd come. Let's end on that. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Sage, signing out. Yeah, she doing something, doing something. Think I figured out where I get it myself, but